It's nearly 10 o'clock in the morning here in Canada, where this practice session marks the start of today's action. The circuit in Montreal is built on a man-made island, which is tailor-made for some great racing. It's always enjoyable coming to Montreal as it produces an exciting weekend's racing. High speeds and tough corners means there's always a chance of a driver losing their front wing, going off into an escape road, or even heading into the gravel.
Well, the Wall of Champions always seems to catch one or two drivers out because of how close they get to it as they arrive at such high speed. We can probably expect to see...
What is up, guys? Ben here, and welcome back to episode number 7 of my Kimi Räikkönen career mode. If you guys didn't see the last episode, then I do recommend you go and check that out. Link will be in the description down below as always. And of course, I did a Spa challenge video. If you didn't see that, then as I just said, I recommend you go and see that one as well. That was quite a good one. So we're going to get straight on in with the race weekend. We are at Canada, starting with the qualifying, and we are with obviously Kimi Räikkönen. The setup for this weekend, as you saw, was very minimal aero because of the massive long back straight, and there are quite a few high speed areas around this track. That is the setup that I've seemed to have perfected for this circuit. When this game first came out, I was in the top like 10 or 15 in the world for a time around this track, so I knew it was a strong track of mine. Not a track that I necessarily enjoy that much. I don't hate it, but it's not my favourite track. But it is a track that I am probably the best at out of any of the tracks. So we're going to go on. We do run very deep there, and this lap isn't good. This lap is poor. In fact, I run wide in a lot of areas. I just have a bad set of laps, and I did do a couple of practice laps before this. Couldn't string anything together. I just couldn't hook it up. I had a good middle sector, a good first sector, a good last sector. But like I said, I just couldn't hook anything up, which is frustrating. Of course, it's frustrating. Obviously, I want to do the best lap I possibly can. As you can see, we're down in 3rd position at the minute, but going down this straight, we just absolutely blitz it. Going on to the last corner, I do cut it ever so slightly. It's enough for a warning, but not enough to disqualify my lap. So we do end up putting the car on pole, nearly 1.5 seconds faster than Lewis Hamilton. So like I said, I knew it was going to be a track that I'm good at. And obviously we're on Legendary now. I think I show you in the race. I think I show you the race director. So it'll show we are on Legendary. So it is making it a little bit more difficult for us. As you can see there, we go pole. Hamilton 2nd, Rosberg 3rd, and Vettel 4th. Pretty much a standard set of... standard top 4, I mean. And since the new update on F1, they don't let you change tyres, which is really frustrating. Like, if you set your fastest lap on the primes, you have to start on the primes. You can't start with the options, then move on to the primes, which is what I usually do. But anyway, we're going to get straight on into it. Heading down to the first corner, and as per usual, Lewis Hamilton gets the jump on us. There he is, an absolutely blistering start. We do dive it down the inside. Think I've got the move done. I move across on him. He seems to cut the grass and just absolutely wipe me out. So I then decide to do a little bit of a donut, get myself facing the right direction again. At this point, I think it's Kvyat, Ricciardo, Nasr, or is it Sainz? I think it's Ricciardo, Sainz, Nasr, and Bottas have all absolutely bombed it past us. Hamilton did put himself in a bad position. It was his fault, as you'll see in the replay at the end of this episode. You will see it's totally his fault. I gave him, I gave him plenty of opportunities to back out. I didn't give him enough room, but I was in the lead. I had the racing line, so it's something that he can't really complain about too much. Again, I did cut that corner there a little bit, only because I didn't want to make contact with Ricciardo going around the Wall of Champions. That is a place you will not want to be overtaken. It's a very difficult place to overtake indeed. So we do put ourselves up into 2nd place now, and we're going strong. We've had a poor start really because of the spin and then the donut on the grass. Luckily, we got away a lot better than Hamilton did. I think Hamilton dropped down to last or something like that, which is pretty mad. But we're going to keep on going on into lap 3 now, and we set a pretty decent time, to be honest with you. That was the fastest lap until right at the end of the Grand Prix, which I just hooked up an amazing lap, and that was the fastest lap. On the worst tyres, obviously a little bit lighter, so it's kind of counteract each other. But we're going strong at the minute. Still not caught Bottas, still quite a way away from him, but these straights just help us close absolutely tons. It's just unbelievable how much these straights help us close. I think they must be running 6.6 aero, because even the Mercedes are just absolutely destroying the straights. And there, as you can see, a dive bomb from Bottas. I do give him enough room, so I did fear that I'd do the same to Bottas what I did to Hamilton, so I gave him plenty of room, left the door wide open for an overtaking manoeuvre from him, and he is still in the lead. However, we are closing down massively here. We are, like I said, we've got such more pace in a straight line than the Mercedes power cars, whether it's just a random glitch or whether it's just the fact that they are running a lot more aero than I am. 2-1 aeros isn't ideal for the corners. I was fighting the car for a majority of the race, but for the straights it is just absolutely worldy. It's so fast down the straights, it's unbelievable. Gone on into lap 7 now. As you can see, we're about a second lap down now, a second A lap should I say, sorry, just because the tyres are worn. 7 laps on these tyres seems to be literally like the best effective usage life. So you know, they can go to 10, 11 laps on some high deg tracks, but they aren't useful after sort of 7 or 8. It's a little bit annoying, but we do skip to lap 9 and we are going to come into the pits. This lap is going to be a crucial part of the race, I think, because if anything bad happens in the pit lane, then they could catch up. If not, then I've won this race pretty much, unless I make a mistake. I do actually cut the corner there going into the pit lane, nearly hit the dumper truck, but that wouldn't have been very good, put it that way. But we do come into the pit lane here, hoping for a decent pit stop from Ferrari, and you know, Vettel's sitting in second at the minute, so can't really complain about that. A 1-2 at the minute, absolutely spectacular stuff. I think he's got to come into the pits though, but he will be on fresher tyres, so he will be quicker, and he'll probably pick up a decent amount of points this weekend anyway. So we're going to go out onto the track again and still remain in first place, which is pretty damn amazing, I'm not going to lie. We've raced really, really well this weekend, and it's going well. You know, we just need to hook up the last few laps, and everything should be hunky-dory, as they say. Should be absolutely fine. But we do have a piece of team radio here that's going to come in. We're going to tell us a little bit of information about the race that's happening in front of us.
Okay, Sebastian's tyres for the blowout. We're bringing him in this lap.
So if you missed that, that was Sebastian's tyres have suffered a blowout. Just like this weekend in Spa, they've pushed their tyres a little bit too hard, they pushed them too long, and it hasn't worked out for them. As we can see here, we are on Legendary, the difficulty over on the right hand side. Sebastian Vettel dropping down to what I believe is, I can't see it from bloody here, 14th place I believe it is, and Hamilton is down in 17th, which is absolutely mad. We've got two really, really fast cars way out of the points. Rosberg looks like he's going to pick up a handful of points, which is good for him. And it looks like I'm going to pick up a race win here. It does start to get a little bit cloudy, as you can see. If this race was any longer, I would fear that we would suffer a bit of rain. But we do indeed lap Lewis Hamilton. The guy in the Mercedes car, the blessed Lewis Hamilton on this game, has been lapped. And we've done a spectacular job in this race. Like, I'm not even joking. We've been so quick. Yes, I have made a few mistakes here and there. Maybe cutting Hamilton up on the first corner was a mistake that would have changed the outcome of the race, because both the Mercedes got held up, and the only reason I'm this far ahead is because no one is as fast as a Ferrari, no matter who's driving it. The Ferraris are ridiculous on this game as well. So maybe if I hadn't cut Hamilton up, to be honest with you, I don't 100% think that is my fault, the accident we had. As I said, we'll see it in the highlights in just a second. I don't think it's my fault, I really don't. I was well in front of him, he was on the grass trying to overtake me, he was going for a gap that clearly wasn't there. We'll have a look in just a second, you can analyse it for yourself. But we do come over the line for our 4th race win in a row. I believe it's 6 out of 7 Grand Prix wins for us, which is absolutely amazing stuff from it. Might be 5 out of 7. Either way, we've done a brilliant, brilliant job. Rosberg did come back to finish in 3rd place. He was in 2nd for a lot of the race. Ricciardo must have done some last lap heroics. But look at the Ferrari. Look at the prancing horse. Has done us an absolute job this year so far. Pretty much won the title already, unless we have a few absolutely disastrous races. But to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my channel if you haven't already. That'd be absolutely fantastic if you could do that. As you can see here, us picking up 25 points. Sebastian Vettel finishing in 12th, so close to some points. Hamilton finishing in 14th, I believe it is. As we can see there, Hamilton is now only 5 points ahead of Bottas, who is only 2 points ahead of Raikkonen. So it's going to be very, very close. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Adios.
I've got a question, if you'd hear me out. In your defense, you never had a chance. And so tell me straight, I won't go. This is our time now, I'm sure. Make no mistake, that we are closer than we're far. Embrace for impact, and fight your fears far. Embrace for impact, I'm a few